controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them. Crises precipitate change.
Secretly plotting your demise. I want to devise a virus.
Good morning, good day, good evening, whatever it may be for you. But thank you for checking out this video and all my videos that I posted so far. I really do appreciate it. This is Darko 2012 with Global Government News, and I'm covering an article titled "Civilized World Must Protect Iran and Consequently Itself." This is coming from the Russian site Pravda, and says it's from 2/9/2010, so it's a couple days old, but either way, Pravda does have some pretty good articles. And let's take a look here. It says, just one look at the map will tell you something ominous is brewing. Iran is completely surrounded by elements of the evil empire. Iran is on a hit list. Since the dissolution of the Soviet Union, the empire has drawn up a hit list after which several countries, one after another, have been ravaged after a plethora of lies and deception. No doubt this hit list was drawn up in Tel Aviv. In over 200 years, Iran has done absolutely nothing to infringe on its neighbors. However, quite the contrary is true. Iran has suffered regime change before at the hands of outsiders and has not forgotten it. Yeah, they're talking about the CIA coup, the Shah. For more than a half a century, Britain and the U.S. have menaced Iran. In 1953, the CIA and MI6 overthrew the democratic government of Muhammed Mossadeq, an inspired nationalist who had the nerve to believe that Iranian oil belonged to Iran. They overthrew him and installed the venal Shah and Mohammed Reza Pahlavi. Not sure if I pronounced that right, and it says, and through a monstrous creation called Savak, build one of the most vicious police states of the modern era until the current leadership formed the Islamic Revolution. Iran is a country of great history and culture, and a people that welcomed their Christian neighbors with open arms when they were under the threat of total extinction. Now we are supposed to believe that Iran has certain evil intents regarding Israel and, incredibly, the rest of the entire world. We're being lied to by the masters of lies, the father of lies. Let us start with this, quote, wipe Israel off the map. Stupidity to show the lowest depths these liars and merchants of war and genocide will sink. This is what President Ahmadinejad really said. And of course, I'm not going to even attempt to say that because I couldn't even try to. And I think it would be a disrespect to the language in the country, so I'm not going to. But it says, one word rings a bell here, and it stands out, regime. It is a word regime, pronounced just like the English word with an extra A. Sound at the end. Ahmadinejad did not refer to Israel the country, or Israel the landmass, but Israel the regime. This is a significant difference, as one cannot wipe the regime off the map. Ahmadinejad does not even refer to Israel by name. He instead uses the specific phrase, Razim a Ashkalagar a quotes. And sorry, I just felt like attempting it, but regime occupying Jerusalem. So this raises the question, what exactly did he want wiped from the map? The answer is nothing. That's because the word map was never used. The Persian word for map, naqsheh, is not contained anywhere in his original Farsi quote, or for that matter, anywhere in his entire speech, nor was the Western phrase wipe out ever said. And I remember when he gave a speech, I want to say Columbia University, 2006, 2008, somewhere between then. And yeah, I remember that. A lot of his translations were being misrepresented in the media. And at that time, I hadn't known about the New World Order. I was starting to grasp the concept of a world government and propaganda and all that. But I definitely knew that something was not right as far as his speech. because, and I read it, and the way I understood it at the time, even then, before knowing everything that I've learned in the past couple of years, is that Ahmadinejad was not saying to physically blow, Israel off the map. He was saying that the regime of Israel and the people that are running it should, pretty much cease what they're doing, which is they are pro-New World Order. They are pro-Western establishment. So, and it says, yet we are led to believe that Iran's president threatened to wipe Israel off the map, despite never having uttered the words map, wipe out, or even Israel. According to the Farsi language experts like Juan Cole, and even right-wing services like Memory, what he actually said was this regime that is occupying Jerusalem must vanish from the page of time. The current fuss about Iran's nuclear enrichment program is playing out so identically to U.S. canards about Iraq's WMD that we must wonder why it is not a meeting, only roaring international derision. This is especially considering the multiple agendas obviously in play regarding Iran, oil, U.S. hegemony, Israel, and neocon fantasies of a new Middle East, mouthed by the liar of all liars, Condi Rice, on behalf of the Bush administration. On December 18, 2003, Iran signed the NPT, Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, additional protocol on nuclear safeguards according greater access and the possibility of intrusive inspections to Iran's nuclear facilities by the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA. This treaty specifically gives Iran the right to use nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. On the other hand, Israel sits on over 200 nuclear devices and refuses to sign the NPT. Israel's nuclear facilities are not available and totally closed for outside inspection by the IAEA. Meir Dagan, the chief of Mossad, told parliament members in his inaugural appearance before the Israeli Knesset Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee that Iran was close to, quote, point of no return, and that the specter of Iranian possession of nuclear weapons was the greatest threat to Israel since. But who are Israel, the USA, or the West to speak about dishonesty, bad intentions, secret plans, dastardly threats, and all sorts of other paranoid garbage? Should Iran be attacked, the entire world could well be thrown into a world war. No matter what one thinks of the powers in charge of the Islamic Republic, is this what you want in your future? Nuclear war or world war breaking out because of lies from liars with long track records of lies such as weapons of mass destruction in Iraq? Time for the civilized world to act in unison to stop the war pigs once and for all. And this was by Lisa Karpova of Pravda. And so there you go. And yeah, so I've posted some videos recently about Israel, and there's a lot of the same old rhetoric coming, and you can say from the neocons, from the Republicans, but I like to refer to them just as neo-fascists or national socialists, Nazis, and they divide party lines. They're not Republicans or Democrats, and I have to keep stressing this for people who haven't heard any of my videos. So let's hope that we don't ever attack Iran in the near future or be led or swayed by Israel to do so, because we will be, I guess you can say, stirring up a hornet's nest. Because it's not going to be about Al Qaeda anymore. We're not. Those groups are groups that are funded and steered by intelligence agencies, MI6, and like I said, Mossad and the CIA. So we're not talking about fighting Al Qaeda, some elusive, imaginary, co-opted militia, right? We're talking about the Persian Empire, who has the Shiites and the Taliban, the Afghanistan, the Pakistanis, all that area right there. And they don't really like them. Yeah, you can have U.S. flags around them, but these are puppet governments in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and they can fall. And all it takes is for them to kick off Iran and all these people to finally see what is really going on. So I like this little picture with these flags because it's only a matter of time, right? Till the New World Order gets what they want. But let's hope that they don't, for our sake.